Hello. Oh, I gotta fix that sound.
Be little Usopp's gonna be your kid.
Why do you say that?
I could just see it.
Um, I don't have any comments that I just really don't.
I'm trying to get. Can I just look up a picture of him? Hold on.
Wait, you mean Child Usopp?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. My day was good. I'm glad your day was good too.
Good. I'm glad they said your day was good. Hey, I found him.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. I just realized I had to pull up your stream. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me pull it up on so let me people on my stream can see. There we go. Oh my gosh. It took forever for me.
All right, let's get to. Are we playing a game after this too, or no?
Um, yeah. What? Which one?
I don't mind doing both again.
I just realized I can hear you twice. I hear myself because
You
I
want to
had
hear me twice?
no, no.
Why
I
not?
hear
Not.
no. Okay, does that sound better?
Yeah, I've been having no issues with you.
Oh, my chat
Hearing us.
said. Yeah, my chat said I sounded quiet.
A little too quiet.
Okay,
Oh shit! I forgot to let people know we're streaming. Dag.
but oh. Hmm?
Camera.
Okay, I'll fix it somehow. Oh, you know what?
Hmm.
Oh no, so I had to fix for myself. Du-du-du-du-du-du. There's might as well just turn down. Oh my gosh.
Notes. No.
But
God
right
damn it.
now we're planning on having our One Piece talk about the live action.
What someone said that in chat?
Oh yeah, they asked what we were planning on doing.
I mean, I'm ready whenever you are. I'm just posting up that we're live streaming now.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
All right, y'all, welcome to the pirate talk, the R talk. I am your host, Monkey D Kev, and then we got Pirate Hunter B here, or you guys would like to call him Pirate Hunter Brendan. So we're going to start off with episode 3, because if you guys followed, in which the other 2 episodes are up now, this is now episode 3 of Tell No Tales. And the episode starts off with young Usopp here, Big Pookie now. Go on now, Big Pookie. So this is a little Usopp right here, and then this is the anime adaptation. Honestly, they look 1-to-1 to me. But yeah, so it opens up with little Usopp in Syrup Village, running around saying that the pirates are coming. The pirates are coming. So it's almost like his character is basically the boy who cried wolf. We know, like saying wolf, wolf, wolf is coming, wolf is coming. Same thing with Usopp. He goes around yelling out, "Pirates are coming! Pirates are coming!" And then it flashes forward 7 years later to now older Usopp, who is played by, I forgot his name. Hold up. By Jacob Romero Gibson. Did I say his name right? Romero. Yes, Jacob Romero Gibson, who's now the older Usopp, and he's still going around saying pirates are coming, until the mayor of his village said, Usopp, bro, you're too old for this, man. Why are you still doing that? And Usopp just tells him, hey, listen, one day it's gonna happen, and then I'll be there to protect you. B, how'd you like that opening scene? Do you feel like it was actually pretty good?
Yeah, it was actually that. Yeah, it was actually pretty fine. I had no problem with the opening scene at all.
Honestly, it really felt like the original scene. But I would say there's a little bit of something that's missing here, which is we don't get the Usopp pirates in this one. Well, let me pull them up.
Yeah, everybody's been saying that. They're like integral to Usopp's development, if that makes sense.
Yep. But it doesn't really fully bother me that they're not there though. Because essentially they replaced them with Zoro, Nami, and Luffy when they showed up to the island.
I mean, yeah, but it's the whole point of Usopp was supposed to be, I don't know. We'll get to it later, but it's supposed to be like the kids. He's supposed to be idol for the kids.
True.
Mm.
But but they didn't really play a really well. They did they? Yeah, no, they did. They kind of played a somewhat of an important role in the original anime and manga. Then they wasn't they the ones that was going around telling the village people that which we would get to a little later on later on, but Captain Kuro, that he's a pirate, right? Spoiler alert.
Exactly. They went and tried to tell everybody. Nobody really listened. Uh, and then they said they'll uh, protect this was it Kaya on her own.
Mm-hmm. Which you got this little scene right here. Even though technically it didn't happen in the live action, but that's I'm trying to give people like a feel of what the anime showed. But then yeah. But then we flash forward, not really a lot of flash forward, but we go and meet up with Nami, Zoro, and Luffy. And they're on their little ship that they left when they left Buggy's Town, or Orange Town actually. And Zoro, well, no, Luffy. Hold on, pulling this up here. I spelled that all wrong. Oh well. So Luffy pulls out his own custom-made Jolly Roger, which looks like this. Which be I'm gonna get that as an actual flag and
I
put it in
thought
my
you
room.
okay. I thought you were going to say you were going to get that as an actual tattoo. I was going to
I
say
will 100% get this as a tattoo.
no,
I would.
no.
I would.
I will support the corrected version. I will not support the original version.
But the original's the OG though.
It's okay. It could be the OG. You can plaster that on your house if you wanted to, but not do not get it as a tattoo.
Why not?
It will be like that stick man figure tattoo that someone else got.
I will 100% still get it though.
No.
All right, what if you got the last tattoo I get?
Wait, what?
What if it's like the last tattoo I get? It'll be like, okay, I'm done tattooing. Would that be okay?
No, not at all.
Why?
This is a terrible design.
No, it's not. It's a goated design.
It's a terrible design.
It's a goated design.
It's a terrible design. Everybody will agree with me that it's a terrible design. They like the improved version way more than Luffy's original design.
All right, Chad, hear me out on this. Which one should I get as a tattoo? I'm gonna make it into a poll right now.
Oh my gosh.
Pause real quick. I'm making this into a poll. Give me 1 second here.
The Imani said don't do it.
Now I'm gonna do it. Well, it depends on what people say first. It all depends on what people say first.
Said don't do it.
Create a dashboard.
If y'all on chat listen, tell him not to get this as a tattoo.
If you're in chat listening to this, tell me to make this into a tattoo.
Oh my god.
Get this.
You really gonna get a tattoo? This is so dumb.
Yes.
Should not have this as a tattoo.
I would. All right, y'all. Poll is up right now. Should I get the OG tattoo here, this one, or should I get the current one? I'm cool with getting this one as my tattoo.
They're gonna question you like, did your child draw this? Did you let your child tattoo you?
So I won't put it like where I was telling you where I was originally going to put them at. I will put it like right here. Like if you're looking at the screen, like kind of on the inside part of my arm.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So is that better?
Even so, that's you gonna sit there and let them do the inside part of your arm right there? Like, why?
Yes.
For that tattoo?
Yes.
Oh my god.
But anyway, let's continue on. So we meet up with the crew here, and it's Nami, Zoro, and Luffy. Luffy shows Nami his pirate, his Jolly Roger of the new Straw Hat crew, and Nami's like, "What the fuck is that?" And he's like, "It's our Jolly Roger, duh." And so now Zoro comes out from not behind from the inside part of the ship and said, "Nami, hey, the toilet's clogged up." And Nami was like, "We don't have a toilet." And he was like, "Oh, well, something's leaking back there." And it turns out, if you guys pay attention into the last episode, episode 2, Nami is contacting somebody through her snail, her, was it Den Den Mushy AirPod, which I would, if they make those, I'm buying them. I'll be honest with you.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I'm about to look it up after this, but
Like I
go
didn't
ahead.
know it was a thing in the did they make that just for the live action? Because I was trying to think like do they have like a little like earpieces in the anime?
I don't think they did. I know they. Well, no. The closest they have is in the Wano arc. They have like those small little denden mushies that's like in a stick.
Oh yeah, the ones they just talk into like a pen.
Yeah. So den. I don't know if I spelled denden mushy right. DN. Okay. But they kind of look like this. So that's like the closest. But other than that, they always had like the little snails.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I was
So
like, okay. I was surprised about that part. I was like, all right, I'm gonna let that one go. It's an interesting like development. Like it's more modern for today.
exactly. Actually, and let me see if I can pull up. Let's see. AirPod Den. Well, they only show me the cases, but that's fine. So yeah, she was in the last episode she was contacting somebody through her little AirPod did then mushy. And she when Zoro comes out and said, "Yo, toilet's clogged," she was like, "Oh, we don't have a toilet." He's like, "Oh, well, something's leaking back there." She runs back and she sees the little compartment that she was hiding all her stuff in is completely overflowing with water, which means the ship is capsizing or basically it's sinking. So they got to get a new ship now. And so Luffy asks, "Well, where's the closest island that we can make it to that has like a shipyard or we could purchase a ship?" And that's where they said Syrup Village. So they go on over to Syrup Village, and but before we go to Syrup Village, we actually do go back to our B plot here, which is following Kobe in the adventures of Kobe and Helmeppo. And which is big actually, if you guys don't notice, that's actually a cover story. So I like the fact that their B plot is a cover story from the manga. And so Helmeppo's upset that he's in the Marines now because he's a little pampered boy. Kobe's a little excited, but at the same time he's also kind of nervous because he wants to keep giving on for a good impression. And Helmeppo ties a knot that Kobe reties because Kobe right off the bat is like, "Hey, that's not gonna hold up." So he reties it. Helmeppo gets mad at that, and he's basically saying like, "Yeah, well, that's the wrong way. Watch what happens." Then Garp comes out and basically says, "Yo, who tied this knot?" Helmeppo snitches on Kobe and says, "Well, it was Kobe." Kobe was like, "Yeah, it was me," and Garp's actually impressed. And Kobe tells Garp pretty much like the way how he learned how to do that was because he was captive on Alvida's ship, where that's where he kind of understand the basis of like how to control the ship, make sure the ship stays afloat while on sea, and Garp is actually impressed by that. And so Garp takes him. Well, no, that's okay. I'm going a little forward here, but let me
Didn't he take
pull up.
him back to his office?
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but that actually isn't until a little later.
Oh,
Yeah, so we get a few more different scenes with the crew again, and then I will say this one thing. Well, let me see if I can pull it up here. It kind of shows how old Garp is because it makes me laugh every time I see it. Here it is. So if you guys look at Garp here, if you pay attention to his little buttons, see if I can zoom it in a little bit. I can't. Oh, there we go. I can do it like that. You kind of see a little gut thing going on here. Like you got the little handlebars coming off to the side, little guts poking out. So it kind of shows that Garp is getting into his little. He's getting a little older here, which I thought that was kind of funny. I said, look at little chubby Garp. I love it. So B, do you think did we miss anything?
I don't think so. Old Garp is supposed to be kind of out of shape, so the gut is supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes
Which I
sense.
like because it gives a good realism to these characters here.
Yeah, this isn't prime Garp. This is old Garp.
He's like, yeah, I had a few beers back in my day. I love old Garp.
Old Garp still has it. He just lays back a lot.
You know, when I grow up, I want to be like old Garp.
I think
So,
everybody trying to be like old Garp.
right? No problem, though. No problem with that, though. So, what's next here? Come back over here. So then now that Garp talks to Kobe and Helmeppo a little bit. Garp is impressed with how Kobe does handles a ship. And Helmeppo, you could tell in the little scene here, which actually I kind of want to not fast forward, but kind of backtrack a little bit here. But if you pay attention to Helmeppo's face here, he looks kind of sad, don't he? He look like, well, that should have been me. And so I think that's when you're starting to realize that Helmeppo's character is about to change a little bit. Cause he's like, hold on, I never got no respect from my pops. Now I'm not getting no respect from Garp. The little weakling kid is getting more recognition than me. So he looks kind of sad. Don't he look sad?
I mean, he looks sad, but I wouldn't think that he was sad. I would have thought he was more
Jealous.
like,
Jealous.
yeah, there we go. I was gonna say envious, but that's the same thing. So yeah, he's like he just made the wrong choice or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think he's realized he should take this more seriously, and then
Definitely.
then he'll be praised more often.
So that's good. Like, so you still saying like character development is about to happen, especially in this scene here.
Yeah, I think that's what it seems like. Even if it is jealousy in his face,
Mm-hmm.
he still has to like first. Usually, character development comes from jealousy, and then they start building from that.
True. True. Hold on. Where's my thing? Oh, did that disappear? It did. There we go.
Mm.
So now going on to the next scene here, we go over to Syrup Village where we see Zoro and Luffy just kind of laying there, and they looking at the wanted posters, and they notice that not Kobe, Buggy's bounty is 15 million. Hold on. Live action bounty. Nah, it's Mihawks.
What?
I was about to click on Mihawk's bounty poster.
No.
Low key though, I actually want the bounty posters for each of the in the other live action bounty posters though. Close enough.
Don't they? Oh, you mean the actual? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like I actually want like the physical copies, like not the like the animated version of the. Well, I do want the anime versions, but also I actually really want the live action versions. But I don't know where to put them at because my room's full of posters and Funko Pops.
Find somewhere on your wall. Find a square on your wall.
I literally don't have a square anywhere. Although I can take down, I don't know if you guys can see it in the background. Yeah, you can. I can take down my Soul Eater one because that's a really really old poster, and for some odd reason it has a coffee stain on it, and I'm like, how the hell did a coffee stain get up there?
Probably one day when you had coffee and you had it off the wall.
How did I get on the wall?
No, I mean probably one of those days when you were moving things around, like in when we had the apartment,
You right. You right.
and you had coffee and just probably spilled on it, like while I was laying down somewhere.
You right. But I'll figure out what to do with it. So anyway, yeah. So they're looking at Buggy's wanted poster, and it's Zoro's pissed off because like how the hell he has a 15 million berry bounty.
Oh
And
yeah,
yeah, and he was like, we should have taken his head, which I thought was kind of funny that they said that. But they was like, well, we should have taken his head. I mean, it's like they couldn't, like definitely Zoro can't, off him in GTA just because we're on stream. So I'm gonna say that because Zoro can't off him in GTA because he like Buggy is really strong against swords. So it's like you can't slice him because he's literally just gonna come apart. So I found that kind of funny. And Luffy is just like laughing because he's like, I mean, you're a wanted man now yourself, so how you gonna turn him in? Which true. How is he gonna turn him in? You're all pirates now. So then Nami comes up and says like, okay, this is a good place to look for some ships. And then she was like, okay, so I was thinking about make sure we find a nice ship, wait till nightfall, and we can steal a ship. And Luffy's like, oh, hold on, we can't steal a ship. Which this shows how much of a good guy Luffy is, even though he's a pirate. He's like, even though I'm a pirate, I refuse to steal stuff. Uh, we can't just steal a ship. And then Nami was like, but we're pirates, so we have to. And Luffy was like, no, 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 we shouldn't. So they go on to look for the ship. So the scene now cuts to back to Buggy's tent, and he's trying to piece himself back together. So in the last episode, Luffy, Zoro, and Nami was knocking around all of Buggy's body parts back and forth into chest to kind of beat him, and so they can escape. And he's slowly putting everything together. And Fishman walks up. Arlong. Let's see here. See if I can pull up all his crew's name here. Do you remember the guy's name?
No, but you should probably type in Arlong Pirates, and that's just Arlong.
You're right. Well, Kurobi is his name.
There you go.
Yep. So Kurobi comes up and he's like, Arlong wants to speak with you. And then Buggy was like, well, tell Arlong I don't take personal requests. And so Kurobi hits Arlong with the with some fishman karate, and he was like, again, I want to tell you again, Arlong wants to meet with you. And so like pretty much like Kurobi's like, telling Buggy like you kind of suck at your job, my guy. Like, you gotta do better with this. I heard you trying to take over the East Blue. That's Arlong's territory. And then was it Buggy says, nah, I'm not trying to do that. Like he's trying to weasel his way out of this. So he's like, no, that's not me. That's the straw hat boy, Luffy. Which I'm about to pull him up. Live action Luffy. So he said, no, the kid with the straw hat is trying to do it. He's trying to take over the East Blue. And then, Kurobi basically says, like, well, how you know? And Buggy says this one line that actually, like, it gets revealed exactly what he meant by that. And I think, was it the 5th episode, is it? Well, we'll look at it when we get there. But he says, well, I got eyes and ears everywhere. But I don't know if you caught this scene or not, but you ever noticed in that one particular scene where he said, I got eyes and ears everywhere, you know that that the camera stays on one side of his face the whole time?
You know something? I did notice that, but I didn't know what I thought it was going to pan to something, but it never did. And then later on, you reveal that, he was sort of missing a body part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't think they show him like taking it off or anything like that.
Nah, which I thought was kind of cool though. I was like, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, but I thought no, he can only control them if they're within his space. He doesn't have to always be near them, does he?
No, so I think the way how his powers are supposed to work is that he can move his body parts anywhere he like, as long as his feet is like firmly on the ground.
Yeah, I get that part, but what I'm saying is, like, so say he took out his eye,
Yeah.
and put it on a boat, and let it sail off somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
He can only control it as long as my God, I'm tongue twister. As long as it's within his vicinity.
Maybe. I mean, he might still have like full usage of it to an extent, but he probably can't like have it come back and pop right back in his body, like pop it right back on his body. So
That's what I
maybe.
figured. I figured that he can only like see wherever his eye is at. He can only see what's going on. He can't
Mm-hmm.
like lift it up or like move it to side to side or anything like that. That's why I figure. Although I never thought Buggy'd be able to do that.
I thought it was kind of smart because like any anime, we only really see him like take apart like the main body parts, so like his head, his torso, his legs, and his arms. Wait, but I think we're fast forwarding because I think we're hitting the spoiler territory for people who didn't watch it. So we're gonna skip past that there.
Okay.
So then now we go back to Sierra Village, but on the docks now we see Luffy, Zoro, and Nami walking through, and that's when they kind of really get into the conversation of we shouldn't steal ships or should we buy a ship? And Luffy's explaining like the type of ship they want, and he's pretty much literally explaining like a giant ship that's like made for 100 people. And Nami was like, hold up. There's only three of us. We can't control that type of ship. We gotta find something smaller." And Luffy catches an eye of the this particular figure. I mean, this ship here. I spelled Going Mary all wrong.
Wow.
I
A
put
sheep's head.
Mary. Yep, he gets a glimpse of a sheep head, and he's basically like, "Yo, this ship called out to me." Let me see here. One Piece. How you spell that?
What?
Like the remember in Water 7 where Frankie was explaining like how ships can have souls? I think I found it though. It's called the Cloud Buttermon. I think I'm saying it all wrong, but it's I felt like do you think that was like when Luffy says that he heard the ship calling out to him, do you think that was it?
If it was, maybe, but I don't think they were going that deep with it. I think it was more of like just for the fans, like it's a Destiny thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's how far they went for it. But if the ship actually, if they made a, if they put a voice, like a little whisper, just a tiny whisper, like
Mm-hmm.
like a little gust of wind or a whisper or something that said over here or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
then I would have said, all right, it's a spirited ship.
But he did say that having the right ship is like the right ship is a member of your crew.
Yes.
But around that time in Water 7, that's when we came to realize that a ship is a crew member and it can have its own like kind of like spirit and stuff like that. So I don't know. I can see both. I can 100% see both theories. Like for like the new viewers, or maybe they did like this. Like for the new viewers, they kept it vague enough that be like, oh, this is like fate and destiny for Luffy to get this shit. But then for us, because like we're fans of One Piece, we know exactly what they're talking about to an extent.
Hmm.
So maybe it could be both.
Okay. Okay. We'll just leave it at both for now. It's an open subject.
True. So then now, as Luffy's about to reach up and touch the figurehead of the Going Merry, he hears a voice, and a voice like, "Hey, yeah, what you doing? Don't touch the ship, my guy." And it turns out it's adult Usopp, and he is saying that he is. What did he say? Cause I'm trying to get the exact wording for it. Hold up.
He said, um, he said he was someone important. I forgot who he said.
Yeah, I'm replaying it now on my end so I can get exactly what he says.
He just straight up lies to them as soon as he sees them.
I mean, not really lie. He like flat out says like
He lied.
he didn't lie.
He lied.
He
That
didn't lie.
is the first thing that came out of his mouth. He lied.
I know, cause he basically says I'm this, and this, and then Luffy was like, "The fuck is that?" And then Zoro's like, he basically cleans bird crap and barnacles off the ship. which is like he says like a fancy title for it. Okay, here it is. He says, "I'm the chief in charge of incrustation removal and arbitrary waste removal as well," which is basically, oh yeah, he just scrubs barnacles and cleans bird shit off the ships.
Yes,
So,
but
but he didn't
he
technically lie. He just used big words.
maybe so, but he tried to make it sound like how he would have said it in straight up in the anime. I'm a captain.
I mean, close enough, right? Like, let's just say, if you go to like Best Buy, for example, and they say, well, I'm a member of Geek Squad. Like, basically, Geek Squad is a fancy title for like I'm just a technician here at Best Buy or a salesman at Best Buy. Well, no technician. So it's almost kind of like that in a way.
Okay, all right, whatever. But still, he tried to make himself seem way more important than he really was.
I mean, that's Usopp's character. He's the goat. He's God Usopp.
Oh, that's my problem. But yeah, even so.
So then, Luffy's like, well, yeah, oh, that's dope. Yeah, so he turns to Nami and Zoro and says, hey, this guy's willing to sell us a ship. And he was like, whoa, wait, hold up. I'm not a salesman. I can't sell you the ship. But I do know the person who owns this ship, let alone the whole shipyard. She's my best friend. Well, the person is my best friend, they say she. But, oh, no, screw it. Yeah, she's my best friend. You guys should come with me to go talk to her. And they go on and follow Usopp to their best friend house, to his best friend's house. So then now we cut back over to Kobe meeting with Garp, and basically Garp asks like how you learned those. I did kind of fast forward a little bit, but he's like, how do you learn those knot tying skills? Uh, Kobe says, well, it's because I was on a pirate ship, held captive on a pirate ship, and then that's how I learned how to do it. And Garp's impressed with it, and he sees like a lot of potential in Kobe. And so he sits Kobe down and he's like kind of wants to play a game with him. Is it shogi? That's not the game, though, right?
Uh, actually, wait, no, wait. It's little wooden pieces, right?
Yeah. It's just like
Yeah.
black and white pieces.
Oh, yeah, it's shogi. If it ain't shogi, I'm thinking of the other one, the one that's like chess.
Uh, it says go. Or no, it's not shogi. Shogi's a different game. It looks very similar to it because they use black and white pieces, but it's not. It's called what was it Otheo? Otheo? Whatever the fuck it's called. But this game, I'm just gonna pull it up. No, go back. Oh, I didn't mean to make a second one though. But they're essentially playing this game, and it's kind of like chess in a way. Which did you know that? B?
Yes, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, it's literally like chess. So like, if you guys don't know, for those who don't know, chess is like basically an old timey style like military game that really tests like how well are you to lead like a team and stuff like that. And so this is very similar to it, played in a lot of Asian countries, very similar to it, but it's more tactical than, well, how can I put it? Because they're both chess in this game is very tactical, but this one is like you're really like I don't even want to explain. I don't even know how to explain it. Do you know how to explain it?
Oops. Explain chess.
Like the difference between, well, the English version of this of the name, like the English name for this is called Go. So it would be like Go, or like the difference between Go and chess?
Ooh. Ooh. Well, in the English version, well, in our version, we have um we have like ranks and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You have what's it from bottom to top? It's pawn. Hold on, let me get this right. Is it pawn, knight, rook, bishop? Uh,
Pawn, knight, rook, bishop, king, queen. I
I feel
think
like I'm
that's it.
forgetting. I feel like I was forgetting one, but okay. And as for theirs, I have no clue as to.
I cannot spell today. Yeah, so it's rook, knight, bishop, king, queen, knight, and rook, and pawn. Yeah, nope.
you,
So you was right. I said rook twice.
I was like, you just did it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so just rook, knight, bishop, king, queen, pawn.
Okay, so
Where
yeah,
in the other game, the Go game, it's every piece is the same.
yeah. But I think the way it works is you have one if you make a certain I don't know, a certain shape or something like that, you can it's like upgrading your pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way it's not upgrading your pieces, no. So if you use a whole bunch, I think the way it looks like you use a whole bunch of pieces, the same way you would it'll be in war. It's like trapping uh the enemy, so like surrounding them and then I don't know, somehow taking over. That's the way I see it anyway, but I have no clue what the rules are really.
We gotta learn how to play this.
And shogi is Japanese chess.
There it is. Thank you. Because the way how you explain, I feel like this game is more tactical than chess. Even though
Yeah, this
chess is more like a mind game, whereas like you gotta try and play with your opponent in a way to win.
I think this
Where
is the same thing, but it's just more advanced.
yeah, so almost like 3D chess to an extent. Which
Yeah.
I do want to play 3D chess at some point. Like I actually found that game shop near me actually sells it, and I might get it. But yeah, so yeah, back to it. So Garp sits Kobe down, and they learn how to play this game. And again, the game is like they teach you how to do like they're like you're learning how to do tactics around to beat your opponent. And Garp wants to test Kobe in a way how he can think. Like he wants to test Kobe and see if he can lead a team, pretty much. And he's tested him by playing this game. And so now we flash forward, not flash forward, but we go back and meet up with the crew again. And Usopp is walking the crew up into his friend's backyard. And he was like, yeah, I pretty much got like a special VIP access here, which is just Usopp's way of saying I'm sneaking y'all into this house, pretty much. But what I liked about the backyard is they really kind of took a 1-to-1 from the backyard in Kaya, the girl. Well, basically, I'm just gonna say it now. The girl Kaya, One Piece, Usopp, SSOP, and Kaya. So I'm just gonna show her face now. So Usopp's best friend is Kaya, who owns the mansion here. And if you guys look at it here, I don't think I could find it because it was such a small scene originally. But if you guys go back and look at the anime or read the manga, you will see that Kai's backyard kind of has like these seahorse shape and like flowers and petals and everywhere. So that's kind of like, but in the anime, that's like our favorite place to kind of chill at. And so now see some, like, at least 4 new characters now. This is going to kind of go into spoiler territory here. Piece of black cat pirates. So,
I don't
spoiler alert, these guys are pirates.
I don't know how much of a spoiler it is when, One Piece is out there.
That's true. That's true. So, we meet a few new people here. I'm just going to pull them up here. Actually, I'm just going to pull up their. We got Koro, who's the leader. We got Sham, and we got Bucci. We don't get the other two, which is Django and is it screw it, I don't know his name. He's so minor. But we only get Koro, Sham, and Bucci. So right here, which I'm about to show you guys, is Bucci. I know his name rhymes with Gucci. And he kind of looks like a little cow man. So that's Bucci. And this is his anime counterpart. And he kind of look like he has a little cow and a cape, like he has like a mask and a cape. He doesn't get that look in this one, but you can see that he kind of got the little like horns for the cow on his head. And then the other small change that they did was when it came to Sham. Say again.
Sorry, it just made me realize seeing him in that doorway. He looks like a character from Home Alone, like one of the burglars.
They do. That's kind of funny. Now that you mention it, that's all I can see now.
And it's kind of funny what their plan is, but all right.
Right, because the chick is home, like Kai is home alone, so
Exactly.
it kind of fits. It really does fit. B, you're a genius.
Oh my gosh.
B, you're a genius. And the other person here, which is Sham. So Sham is originally male in the anime and manga, but they made her female in this one, which again, it does not take away from the story at all. The whole purpose of these characters, which we're about to get into. So they're in, and then we also meet Kaya and Captain Koro, I should just say. He's not a captain just yet. But we meet Kaya and Captain Koro. Well, regular Koro. And Koro...
Actually, his name isn't Kuro when you meet him. It's Claudor.
Claudor. There we go. So we meet Claudor. I'm going to start saying it then. Claudor. So we meet Claudor here walking around with this sickly young lady. That's Kaya here, who's Usopp's best friend, who owns the docks and everything. And originally, like, Cordo was about to kick Usopp out the house, along with Luffy, Zoro, and Nami. But, being the number one gal that she is, Kaya's like, no, let them stay for a little bit. They're cool people, and so they stay. And I thought that was pretty dope. And if you guys actually look at Cawdor, how you say his name again, B?
Well, I've been saying Claudor because of the whole cat thing, but it might be Claudor. But I don't think it sounds right.
We're gonna call him Claudor.
Yeah,
so Claudor, I thought they literally just ripped him out of the anime and the manga because he looks spot on with him. They actually added a little extra on his tuxedo, but that's fine. Like the little snails at the bottom.
There's snails at the bottom?
Yeah, if you look at his
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's like, look, I cut it too high, but if you look back at the show, it's like kind of like snails.
Okay, yeah.
So they just added that to his suits, but other than that, he looks spot on. He has this cool like way of how do he adjust his glasses. Hold on, let me make my camera big because I'm gonna show you guys how he adjusts his glasses. So like when you got glasses, sometimes you adjust it like this or like this. My man's go like this and puts it up just like that. I was like, my man is just pure swag when it came to that. So
that's an old habit.
It is because, which we're going to get into, because you're going to figure out why he does it like that. Even though like he doesn't outright tell you why he fixes glasses like that, it's just kind of like that's probably why he does it like that. It's because of that particular reason.
could do that. That's kind of hard to adjust your glasses like that. I have to
It's
do it.
it's a little hard, but I kind of figure it out. It's like you take your hand. All right, I'll make my camera bigger again for this. So you take your hand like this, and you lift it up like that, and then you push, and that's how you do it. It's you got to get it just right in order to adjust the whole glasses. Because if you don't do it just right, then it goes like sideways.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
So yeah, I know I look adorbs. Yeah, you guys don't have to tell me that. I know I look adorbs.
Oh my gosh.
Leave me alone, B.
I didn't say nothing.
B, I'm adorable shit. But yeah, so whoop whoop, it disappeared. So we meet Kaya, Captain Coral, and the rest of the Black Cat pirates, and they're trying to kick Usopp and them out. Kaya said, being the number one girl, says no, and she invites them in because it's her birthday, and she's like, "Let's have a birthday dinner." So then Usopp is like, he's alone with Kaya. Like the scene flash forwards to just Usopp and Kaya talking, and Usopp gives Kaya a new, like a birthday gift because again it's her birthday, and she gives him like this little rock, not little rock, but like this really smooth rock, and Kaya's like, "Oh, that's nice. What is it?" And Usopp goes on and tells one of his stories. He's like, "It's a giant pearl that he fought a giant goldfish for, and he ended up landing on this island, and he realized, hold up." He sniffs around. This is not an island. It's a giant goldfish shit. And then I was like, that's kind of funny. But I will tell you guys this. Pay attention to, if you're really about to go into the One Piece series, pay attention to all of Usopp lies because they eventually come true. Which I thought that was kind of dope that it eventually comes true because again, spoiler territory. Like it doesn't show in the live action, but we get introduced into this power system called hockey. That's like that kind of goes along with the devil fruit. But how anybody, not everybody can have a devil fruit, but everybody can learn hockey. Best way to put it. And this is one form of hockey called observation hockey, which gives the user kind of like foresight in a way, but it kind of depends on the user. Is like either you can see like really far, or you can see in the future, or a mix of both. And people are saying that Usopp lies are actually him using not cockroach hockey, which that's a whole different theory for Usopp. But he's using like a super advanced version of observation hockey to tell his stories because he's seeing so far into the future. B, what you think of that one day? Do you agree with that theory? I personally agree with the theory.
I think the theory is okay, but at this point, anyone can say anything about theory if you already know how the future is. You know what I mean?
True.
This is the live action. At this point, no one knows what's going to happen until they just go ahead and release it because you know they're going to change what we already know a little bit.
Exactly. So
But if I don't know if he has an advanced form of observation hockey, then it might be. I don't know. It might be kind of cool to think that he can see into the future because there's a lot of people who can see in the future.
yeah, you
And
got what's his
actually,
name? Katakuri,
yeah,
Luffy. Yeah,
hmm actually Shanks too. You just find that
Shankston.
out.
Yep. And it
Yeah,
kind of makes sense that if Yasop can, because then isn't it stated that Yasop can see into the future? His father.
I don't know. I know it's the fact that he can see like things that other people actually can't see, like some like something like he can see in other dimensions. I feel like that's what he can see. I don't know if he can see into the future.
I think he can to an extent. Like maybe not like all the way into the future, but like key things. And that's like because if you ever notice like his lies, he always says like a very particular thing in that lie. It's like with the goldfish. He was like he fought a giant goldfish. Flash forward a few episodes later, goldfish.
They see a giant goldfish.
Yeah. So I think
Yeah.
it's like maybe he can just see key things, like you know, how, like landmarks. That's how he can do it. I think that's what it is.
So
He
is
can't.
that the hold on? I'm sorry, but is it like the equivalent of what we all do nowadays? Well, not all. Some of us can like we can dream something and then
Deja vu.
yeah, it comes true later on sometime.
Yep. So, B, are you saying we got observation hockey?
I think that's what's the equivalent to it.
Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can give myself some Iron Man hockey real quick.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wait, I'm already full Iron Man hockey right now.
Sure.
So I bad at myself for doing that, but I don't care. So
That is
yeah, Usopp and them are talking and stuff like that. And let's see here. Now we're going to core like we're now flash forward. I'm gonna flash forward a few scenes because nothing really happens that's kind of that important. Besides, like Nami, Luffy, like Nami, Luffy, and Zoro are all talking, and they actually no, that's kind of important. They like Luffy and Nami make a bet, so we're going back to the whole like Nami and Usopp. Well, Nami and Luffy are like trying to debate if they should buy uh the pirate ship, like their new ship, or should they just steal one. And Luffy basically says like, let's make a bet. If I can't convince Kaya to give us a ship, then we'll do your plan. We're gonna steal one. And Nami asks, was it no, not no, no. I mean, Nami didn't ask anything. She basically like goes along with the deal. And so they shake hands on it. Zoro being Zoro in the background, and just like, I'll do whatever you guys want to do. And then we flash forward to a scene. Ooh, that was actually a perfect screenshot there. Let me see if I can get back to it. So we flash forward to a scene with I'm just gonna keep calling him Koro because that's why I'm know him as. So we flash forward a scene between Koro and Kaya. But I want you guys to pay attention to this particular thing here, which he's pouring her this blue tea, and because Kaya is very sick, but I want you guys to pay attention or keep this in mind about the tea because well that particular color because that actually plays a role into what happens later on. So he's pouring her this tea. He's like, I can't believe you're 18 years old. You're in full on adult now. Your parents would be very happy because Kai's parents are dead. They died out at sea. And I don't think we never found out exactly what happened with Kai's parents, even in an anime. Can you correct me on that, B? Like, we never really found out what happened to her parents. We just know that, oh, she just died, right?
No. Um. Okay. What I thought had happened was there was another attack, like by pirates or something, or I thought when Clawdor or
Claude.
it's right there. But anyway, when Kuro came, I thought that he killed off the parents or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
or the parents died by the hands of pirates, if not him.
That's what I thought, too. Like well, and in live action, I thought that like maybe it was him, and he knew that they was like Koro killed them off because he knew they was rich, and he
Yeah,
wanted their money.
yeah, that's what I thought for the live action, and in the anime, I assumed it was uh like some like other burglars like that came in or pirates, you know.
And then Koro just having like, oh cool, this just makes my job easier to kind of rob these guys. Spoilers.
Yeah, that's what I think. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But either way, it worked out for him.
True, it definitely did. Which, mind you, Koro's epithet is Koro, the man with 1,000 plans or something like that. And here's what pisses me. Well, we're going to. Well, no. because that doesn't we don't find out everything until the next episode, which that's going to be next week that we're going to talk about that. So I'm gonna have to sit on that for a whole week because it just because someone said this on a review I was watching, and someone was like, so they called this man Curl of 1,000 Plans, where he could have just waited overnight if he get
Yeah.
because like
I,
the poison he was giving her was just like, we'll slowly killing. Well, screw it, because we already know it's basic Hollywood movie trope. Heroes win at the end, bad guy loses. So basically, Coral is poisoning Kaya with the tea and stuff like that to keep her sick. And the running joke in the community is that Coral should have just waited until the next day to let the poison kick in, but
like,
he
yeah,
didn't.
like there's supposed to be this new, stronger poison, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, for some reason he just didn't wait that day. He just like, I gotta do everything now. It's like, bro, you could just wait 24 hours, damn, and he
Like
would have
for real.
had the money.
Yeah, and there's also something else you find out uh later about the poison that I want to say, but I think that's for the next episode.
Yeah, and that shows up in the next episode because we're already halfway through this episode here.
Okay, yeah.
So
So
then we go and flash forward to the kitchen where we see the two other members of the Black Cat Pirates, which again is Sham and Bucci. And their Bucci is kind of like the chef of the house in a way, and he's cooking up Kaya's meal for like birthday meal, which is a soup, which looks very pasty to be a soup.
mhm.
It looks like pudding to it if you really look at it though.
To
But
me,
like,
it looked more like messed up mashed potatoes.
you right, because you are the king of mashed potatoes. If
Really?
he, I will tell this everybody. Pause on the story.
Oh my
Y'all need to
gosh.
try B's mashed potatoes. When I tell you this man turns into, oh, can I say this on stream? Hold on, B. I'm gonna
Whatever.
text. I'm gonna text you this word to make sure I can say it on stream first.
Oh my gosh.
The word is. Can I say that on stream?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's even allowed.
All right. So what can I say for a different word then?
I don't know. You can go old time farmer. I don't something.
That's right. That's right.
Like you gonna make me sound like I'm picking cotton. Like what the hell?
So if you guys want to if you guys want a good picture of B making mashed potatoes, my man turns into an old timey farmer. Knife and everything, slicing his skin off. And I'm like, just from him, like, if you look at him just doing it, like, these mashed potatoes about to be slapping.
I'm so done with you.
Because it's true. But me, those mashed potatoes was good. I was like, I gotta go back for seconds.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, they're making this kind of blue pasty looking badass mashed potatoes, and that's why I said pay attention to the blueness because that really shows about the poison. Like they're really trying to poison Kaya here because they're using the same shade of blue. Something seems a little off with this because like they was giving Kaya tea. Tea normally is not that blue of a color unless you like add a few extra things to it. Same thing, and they call this soup. And same thing with soup. Soup is not going to just come out that blatantly like bluish. It's either going to be like kind of like a solid color, like brown, green, white, depending on the soup that you want. But it comes out like this. So I really wanted you guys to pay attention to that. And so we flash forward back to no. So Coral comes into the kitchen, and I like the way how they played this scene out with Coral coming in the kitchen because it's kind of blatantly obvious that Sham and Bucci are bad guys because they blatantly said be careful because like Bucci's about to taste some of the soup because he says oh I'm a chef so I have to try my food, and then Shan was like no, that's poison, why would you try that? And Kuro comes in, and I like the way how they written this because they want you to still think that Kuro's not a bad guy, he's just a dick. Where he was like he comes in and he does like the old like butler thing. Hold on, let me see if I can get a screenshot of it here. Here we go. So like butlers are very like they have to be very perfect with everything. And so he sees this glass in his hand. Like see the glass in his hand here? He knows there's a spot on it. And so he's like, "Hold on. This is not perfect. Make sure these glasses are clean because these are like," but he didn't say exactly that this is a Kaya's birthday dinner. He just says everything has to go right tonight. And so
Yeah,
that really makes you vague, like is he a bad guy, is he not a bad guy? Because he never came out and blatantly said that he was a bad guy. You just still think he's just a really dickish butler and stuff
or
like
just
that.
a really particular butler.
Exactly, really particular butler. So I kind of like that scene. What you think, B? You want to throw your 2 cents in here real quick?
Thought it was okay. No, sorry. I thought it was actually interesting because they made it. They like you said, they made it seem like he was like uh, either a like really dickish butler or a really particular butler,
Mm-hmm.
or the fact that you can't tell if he's just being evil or he's just being really serious about his job.
Exactly, and I love that. I love that they did that because they're really making you think on a lot of things.
Yeah, but then when he says everything has to go perfect tonight, even though it is her birthday, you
Don't know exactly what he's gonna do.
yeah, like just because it's her birthday doesn't mean like okay, it's her birthday. Why does he want everything to go perfect tonight? Like just because it's her birthday doesn't mean it has to go perfectly. Something might go like a little wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
then it goes back to the question: is he really that serious about his job? So yeah, I kind of liked it the way they set it up like that. But he's evil because to me, it's the first thought that came up. I saw the blue thing and the blue poison in the pot, and I was like, everything's so perfect tonight. Like, oh, he gonna kill this girl.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I knew it from the anime, but like
Yeah.
the setup was too obvious. It was like a cliche like setup, but
Yeah.
you could really appreciate like animosity they put in it.
Exactly. Like it's like they really trying to still home in for the new viewers, but at the same time, it's kind of like this guy's evil.
Yes.
Like because even because I still have a feeling that even if you're a new viewer and you never seen One Piece, like you said, B, it's just very cliched.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yes, exactly.
And then and I actually want to pull this up because I just managed to get it. But when I was explaining how Kuro fixes his glasses, this is it right here. So then we go back to again some more B plot with Kobe and Garp, and they're playing Go, and Garp is constantly beating Kobe. I feel like this is an important scene here. And then so Garp tells Kobe pretty much like you're thinking way too much, like because again in the game you have to play both like offensively and defensively, and
Yeah.
Garp is like he's playing how you should play the game. Kobe is playing strictly defensively, and Garp pretty much tells him, "Yo, you can't keep playing defensively because you're playing you're fighting against pirates, and pirates have a tendency of playing dirty. So you may have to also get your hands a little dirty, essentially, to win the fight." So I thought that was a pretty decent scene there, and Kobe takes that advice and trashes him. What you think, B? What you think of that scene?
Well, I thought he knew. I think Garp knew that he always knew how to do it.
Yeah.
I think he was really just trying to push him,
Mm-hmm.
and he knew. I think because of Kobe's like timid nature,
Mm-hmm.
he was just holding back, and he was constantly always holding back. And it gets shown even later that uh well, it's just later, like in later episodes, that he gets like more courageous and he ends up standing up for himself and
Mm-hmm.
for like anyone else around him, whatever he has to say or what he believes in.
Mm-hmm. You know
But
what?
yeah,
You know what? I kind of hope now.
what
I hope they still show Kobe in season two.
they most likely will, it'll probably be what I was hoping for before.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, oh, that I have to question that so hard. Uh, what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, sorry. I feel like it was what I was saying before. The training arc with from Garp with Helmeppo and Kobe, like that when he takes them to HQ and actually trains them, and I
Mm-hmm.
that and in the anime at some point they end up learning CP.
Like the
What?
Rokushiki techniques.
Yes, thank you, because I called them CP0 techniques.
Yeah, the Rokushiki, which is I don't think I mean yes CP's agents they
Yeah,
all know it, but I think that's just like a standard like fighting style that all people in military like in the Navy has to know.
actually you're right because I think I remember an admiral or a vice admiral using it.
Yep. Well, I actually like the Rokushiki techniques.
Yeah, actually, when I first saw them, I was like, "Oh, how is anybody supposed to keep up with that?" One, your body gets made hard as iron or steel or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Two, uh, you can make your fingers into literal pistols or bullets. Three, you can like how Luffy has his second gear. He can literally move like Sonic, and nobody can see you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the skywalking technique.
Don't they have the that joint that Rob Lucci did the Roku Rogun?
Oh yeah, but only a few people can do that.
Yeah, isn't
Not
that like a secret technique or something like that that they said?
yeah, that's like an ultimate like the ultimate mastery technique because you saw how it worked on Luffy when he just held him right there.
Yeah, he just basically killed him to an extent. He's like,
Yeah, exactly.
so Roku Rogun.
Yeah, I said if I was ever to learn any of them, it'll be Skywalk.
Skywalk would be useful.
It'll
Like,
be it, yeah, it'll be Skywalk or was it they call it was it Sarah? No, I think in English it's called Shave, which is the moving like at super speed.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, those two are be the main ones I would use all the time.
I would say for me it would be the Skywalk as well because I would just fly everywhere,
Yep.
and then I would use the Roku Rogun technique just for like
On
self
what?
defense. On self
I was like,
defense.
you gonna kill someone every single time they confront you,
Yeah. He says,
bro?
"Yo, give me my money. One punch, Roku Rogun," and then I win.
Oh my
I mean, I'm
gosh.
not gonna hit him. Like, I'm not gonna hit him just to like off them. I'm like, I'll put enough power in it, just maybe like knock him out for a few minutes so I can get away.
That's the ultimate technique. There is no put little power into it. That's all the power you have.
I'll just stand back a few feet then. Roku Rogun, and plus it's
And
fun to say.
you'll just hope you don't put a hole in your chest.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna stand farther back. It's like I just need to see a few bruises. I don't need to off you.
Oh my gosh. You're gonna see you catch a charge.
So then now we flash like we kind of go back to the Takai's birthday party and we finally meet the man, the myth, the legend, the goat himself. Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it? We finally get to meet Mary himself. You know, I'm gonna start using the One Piece wiki because it actually gives me the live action characters too. So we meet Mary, who he looks slightly older. Cause how old is Mary? I don't think they tell him his age.
I never knew. I just knew him as a. I consider him old. Like,
Well, no,
well, I would say old. I would say it's 50.
I can see it
That's
because
why.
I'm looking at the his anime artwork and he does look a little bit older. I thought he was like kind of around the same age as everybody else, maybe like a few years older. But now that I'm looking at the live, like the anime compared to the live action, it. I mean, I never had no problem with the guy that's playing Mary. He actually looks really cool. But yeah, we
Yeah.
finally meet the man, the myth, the legend, the goat, Mary. Who his character, not his character, but like his job is a bit different because in the anime and the manga, he was also like another butler, right? For
Yeah. He was
Kaya,
supposed. Yeah, he's supposed to be Kaya's butler, but in this one, he's just the manager of
their business.
the boatyard.
Yeah, because what in the anime and the manga, it was both Koro and Mary as the butlers.
Yeah,
But
Mary was there first, but Koro washed up
mm-hmm.
and became a butler. Yeah, so yeah,
And then where in the anime, well, the live action, he's now just like their manager, like you said, which is fine because it doesn't bother me one bit at all.
I have a
And
problem.
how you have, what's the problem?
It's a spoiler alert problem, but like it's right with this picture you have pulled up. Like I have the problem of the fact that he's supposed to be the one taking care of Kaya. Like he's supposed to be devoted to Kaya, which he is.
Mm-hmm.
But after Kuro's gone, he's still supposed to be there taking care of her.
Yeah, which we're gonna get to because that is one of my little problems with it.
Yes, like she's all alone to me. Like that's like no one else is there. Like I have you seen anyone else other than these three
Mm-mm.
so-called, you know, okay, so the Kuro's pirates. Have you seen anybody else working in her mansion at all?
Nope.
Okay, then yeah. Like that's my biggest problem. She's all alone. Like someone else has to be taking care of her.
I have no idea. I mean, we'll get to it because
We'll get to it. Yeah,
that's a change that I'm like,
that's what I had one of my biggest issues, and when we get to it, I will point it out again. But
mm-hmm.
it was just so irritating to me. Like, oh, Mary's still here. Mary's still here. Then, oh, you got to be kidding me. Who's supposed to take care of this girl? Is she sick?
Well, that it's spoiler alert. It's she gets better because she stopped eating that poison stuff. So
That's
she eventually does get better before Usopp leaves.
yeah, but again, that's still a thing because no, you know what? Never mind. Because I feel like
Yeah,
the poison shouldn't have been out of her that quickly. I feel like she still had to get taken care of.
that's
But
true.
whatever.
Yeah, Mary. We meet Mary. He shows up, and Zoro and Claudor. I'm gonna call him Claudor for this part here. They're talking, and they're kind of dropping seeds on who Claudor really is. I mean, we've been kind of talking about this whole time because we kind of flat out just told y'all he's a pirate, but they don't like the characters don't know he's a pirate just yet. And Zoro's like, I seen you somewhere on a wanted poster, and then like Claudor was like, no, you haven't. Zoro's like, I'm pretty sure I have, but okay, I'm gonna keep my eye on you then. And then was it they have dinner and everything, which like they finally eat dinner. Kaya wants to order the fish, and uh, Koro says, "No, you're going to eat this poison." Even though he doesn't say it's poison, it's basically like he's forcibly telling her to eat the poison, even though it's a soup, like it's a poison, it's soup with poison in it, and it's more so like he's really trying to get rid of Kaya because in a purpose. Well, they should we explain it now or should we wait until the next episode where we find out his purpose of why he's doing all this?
Uh, Wait till next episode because he explains it then anyway.
Okay, so we're gonna wait till the next episode to explain it to you. So he's like trying to basically tell Kaya like, no, you got to eat the soup. No fish for you. Eat the soup. And Nami says like, well, sure, it's your birthday. You should eat what you want. And because again she's sick, Coral
It's
was
supposed
like,
to be on a diet or a health plan. Yep.
"Yep."
Yeah.
He's like, she's on a health plan. And I was like, okay, cool. I like the fact they're really trying to like drive in with Coral. Like they really like, yeah, no, all red flags are there. Coral's a bad guy. And then now we see Luffy, and Luffy's actually asking Coral, not Coral, Kaya, can we have one of the ships in the shipyard? And he walks across the table, standard Luffy style. Let me see if I can get a shot of that for you guys. Started right here. There's a lot of close up shots. I realized that. Here we go. Got it.
Yeah, they're gonna have close up shots.
So Luffy's walking across the zero like the table all Luffy style. He's basically like his plan is to get a ship, get a crew, go on an endless journey to find the ultimate treasure, the One Piece. And he's like, and we can't do that unless we have the proper ship. Kaya, can we have your ship? Pretty much. And Kaya was like, she's about to. I feel like she was about to say yes, but she started coughing again, and then Coral was like, "Oh, you guys are ruining the plan." In quotations, I'm saying that, and he's
Even though
like,
he just fed her some poison just now, but yeah,
"Exactly, like, bro, you got her sick. Of course she's gonna cough." And he's like trying to kick him out the house because again they're messing up the plan, and he's trying to kick him out. Kai being the best goddamn fellas, I'm gonna say this now. Find yourselves a girl like Kaya. And so Kai's like, no, 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 let them stay overnight. It's late. And so they all go to bed. We go back to Garp and Kobe. And Garp's actually kind of getting upset that Kobe keeps winning now. Which he was like, Miss like, Sir Garp, we found something. Do you have a minute? He's like, please, I'm tired of losing.
yeah.
And they find Luffy's Jolly Roger, not the one he drew, and that shows that they indicated that okay, we're pretty close on their trail. Where's the closest island? And that's where they said they're in Sierra Village. So they go to Sierra Village. Now, well, B, do you have any 2 cents you want to put in before we go to the next part?
No, that's all fine. I'm just one thing about the whole stomping around like on table with Luffy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like yeah, that's all typical Luffy, but I think it's crazy to do straight up say, "Hey, I'm a pirate. Can we have your ship?" And we'll just be out your hair while I step all over your stuff. You
But
know?
it's Luffy though.
Yes, it's Luffy, but I expected more of Luffy to blur. Okay, I expected Luffy to blur it out, but not to straight up. Hey, let me walk towards you on the table. Like I expected him to like steal the food. You know what I mean?
That's true.
That's what I expected. Steal the food and say I'm a pirate,
I can
and
see
then
it.
you have the reaction from Nami and Zoro be like, "Bro, really? You ain't have to tell her that."
Exactly. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it. I love it though. I low key, but I ain't gonna say low key. High key, I like your way better. Like have Luffy stuff in his face and just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm a pirate. Can you have your shit?"
Yes, that's exactly what I would love.
I actually like that way, cause I could see Luffy with the giant fat cheeks,
Yep.
like stuff in his food, like his face say.
Uh-huh.
Well, I could see, I could think maybe they was thinking of that scene, but they probably was like, nah, let's just have him walk across the table.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't know. So
And there's
then,
all this all scenes that could have been done better, but
yeah, a lot. Not a lot, yeah, about a good amount of scenes that could have done better, but they was like okay to do.
yeah, like I said, it's just minor things, but in overall scheme, it was all what you call it, characteristic to the character.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And so now we go to another scene here where Mary was asked to meet up with Koro in the basement, which it's very giving of a clue. B, you know that movie. That's your favorite movie.
We'll
But
see.
like,
I watched it too.
and it's like it felt so clue. Where it's like, you're the bad guy the whole time. Yes, I am. Stab.
Exactly.
And so basically, we find out that oh no, they kind of go over in this episode here. Now that I'm actually looking at it, so they go over the fact that if Coral not Coral dang I forgot her name,
um,
Kaya, yeah. So they go over the fact that if Kaya dies from her sickness, she transfers all the money to Koro, and that's why Koro is trying to kill her, but with the poison to make it look like it's a natural thing, where realistically it's not. And Mary wants to confront Koro about it because he was like, that just doesn't make any sense. And and he wants to go ask Kaya herself, and he says no. Like basically says like, well, you don't have to ask her. That's what she's saying. That's what she gave the orders to. Why you gotta ask her? And Mary's like, no, no, no. I gotta go ask her. And in this scene here, you can see like kind of like swords coming out from his hand. And so Koro, his do I have it? No, I don't. Hold on. Trying to put. Yeah, so Koro, you guys don't know this, but he actually fights like this. Like so, he has like five swords on each one of his fingers, and he wears it as a glove. So that's why I was saying like, you ever notice when I showed you guys the scene where he's fixing his glasses like this? That's the reason why. It's because one, he can't use his fingers because they got sword tips on it, and he doesn't want to cut his forehead off. So that's why he fixes his glasses like that, and he developed that habit by doing it like that. So yeah, be
yeah.
any and then so he attacks he attacks Mary from behind, and this is the difference now between the live action and the anime and the manga. Let me lower my camera again. So in the anime and the live action, Mary survives. No, not in live action. In the anime and the manga, Mary survives. Like yeah, they like did he get stabbed in the manga and the anime?
In the yes,
And he
yeah,
somehow survives.
it was Kuro who did it.
Yep. So yeah, because Koro stabs him in the anime and the live action, but he survives. But in the well, no, I keep saying live action. In the anime and the manga, he gets stabbed and he survives. But in the live action, which I think that's why they had to kind of do it like that, because the way how he got stabbed is like, how the hell did he survive that? So I
But I
think
don't.
that's why they had to kill him in this one.
But I thought in the anime they didn't. He didn't stab him. I thought in the anime he like slashed him like straight out, just like a big like five straight slashes across his like front torso.
But the average person would die from it though.
Yeah,
True, this is still One Piece though. So then, let's just go with that. So yeah, in the anime and the live action, the anime and the manga, he gets slashed. In this one, he actually gets stabbed, and he doesn't survive it. He dies, which I was like, wow, because that's a big difference between the two. Because that goes back to what B was saying, like, who the hell is going to take care of Kaya now? Now that everybody she pretty much known is gone, Usopp's going out to sea, Mary's dead, Koro and his crew ends up being bad guys. So like, who's there now?
exactly. She has no one to be a caretaker for her or to be a friend. That's why I also said the Usopp pirates are integral to Usopp's whole like backstory because he has when he leaves the island, the Usopp pirates are there to like take like carry on Usopp's spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And when they carry on his spirit, they also like keep Kaya company so that she isn't lonely in that big ass mansion, like they said in the live action. She gets lonely. She tells Nami somewhere, probably in the next episode, that she is lonely to just have all this. You can have all this wealth, but it's lonely not to do anything with it if you don't have like friends or somebody to spend it with.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just think that's kind of crazy that nobody is left there for her. And she might have the people of the village, but okay, who's supposed to be like, her confidants? People she can trust. People who will risk their life for her.
Mm-hmm.
Which would have been the Usopp pirates.
You're right. I'm agreeing with you on that there now.
Yes.
So yeah, the Usopp pirates are very central to the whole overall narrative of the Sierra Village. So yeah, B, I'm agree with you on that one. 100%. Let me know if you guys better agree with B on that one because that makes a lot of sense. B, you should be a theorist.
Nah, I'm good on that one.
Aww. So what's next here? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? There you are. So then, Mary dies, gets stabbed, and we go back to Arlong, not Arlong, Buggy, and he got captured by Arlong. B, did you ever listen to the beat that's in the background when Arlong's on screen?
I thought I heard it.
Tell me that beat's not dope. That's a dope ass beat.
I think you know what it is, but I'm gonna have to go back and hear it again now that you mention it.
It sounds like a. It sounds kind of like that, and I was like, I fucks with this beat. Like that's Arlong's theme song. Like it's almost like Cat's theme song from Curse the Cowardly Dog in a way, just more bassiest.
Okay, okay.
So I like that.
Hold
And
on, I'm about to find this. You know, Arlong theme live action. Let's see. Is it? Oh, yeah, I found it.
right, it's a good ass beat.
It is. And people on my chat can hear it. Yo, it sounds like a club music.
Exactly, and I think that's what really plays into the what we see in Arlong Park. Speaking of Arlong Park, real quick, I gotta do this real quick. Cause when Nami was walking into the scene, so this is a little bit spoiler, but it's a little bit. But B, you get it. He was like,
No, I know exactly. You
yo, I was like, the minute he did that, I was like, Arlong's black. Arlong is black. Oh, let me pull
you
up.
know what? I'm about to say all you have to do is just show the the TikTok or whatever.
Oh yeah, let me find that real quick.
Like you can show that. Oh my gosh. When you showed that to me, I was like, bro, if I start seeing people do that for no reason, I'm done.
Oh, I found it. Play, damn it.
All right, let me turn that tune off. That Arlong thing goes hard. All right.
I don't think it's gonna play on my end here. Well, the videos like the you can't hear sound, but if for the chat here, look at Arlong when Nami walks up to the scene. It's a small scene, but just look at Arlong. He's like Nami, hey. Yo, Arlong is a goat for that way. The minute he did it, I was like, Arlong's black, bro. Arlong is black.
Yo.
So, oh, let me pull up live action Arlong. I'll be honest with you guys too. When I first saw Arlong in the trailers, I was a little hesitant on everything about Arlong, but I actually like him. He's actually one of my favorites in this in the live action.
He's yeah, he's kind of cool. I didn't think that you know what everybody said about this?
Hmm.
If they can do Arlong's nose like this, why can they give Usopp a long nose?
Is because Arlong's a fishman, so that kind of goes so like because he's a fishman, and I think it's more so yeah. Again, it's because he's a fishman. It's and this like the fish that he's representing is what swordfish in a way or sawfish.
Uh
So it's like they
yeah.
have to show that detail in him. Where in Usopp's case, he's just a regular human. So honestly, I don't mind Usopp not having that long nose. It doesn't
Oh
bother
no.
me one bit. But if Arlong didn't have that nose, then I'm like, he just looks like a purple human then.
So he's Thanos.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh all right, fine. I'll take that. But it's still no, I have my point. Oh, if that's the case, then but other humans still have like certain characteristics though that aren't human like how Mary had his horns.
So there's a theory behind this with Mary. He might be for people who don't know One Piece as a whole and you're just watching a live action, this is spoilers for you, but they saying that Mary could be half mink.
So you're saying one of the parents was a furry?
Yes.
All right.
Because if you go back and you look at Mary as a kid, I had him up here. I'll just pull him back up. So if you look at Mary as a kid, he has the little horn still there. It's not like a hair aesthetic. It's like growing in with him. So the theory is that he's like half mink. Either half mink or a quarter mink. One of the two.
That's so weird to think about. Like how
Hey yo, Mick should cosplay as Mary.
who?
Mick.
Why Mig?
Just look at the camera. Like look at my screen and you'll see why.
Oh my god.
It'll be so perfect. But yeah, so Arlong shows up and and I realized that I actually said that part too early too. So like I thought he was saying that to Kaboji, like well Buggy saying like, hey, there's a kid in the East Blue that's challenging for his like dominance.
Mhm.
But it's actually in this scene here where Arlong showed up. And then that's where Buggy says, well, trust me on this, Arlong baby. I got eyes and ears everywhere. So yeah, so I'm kinda glad we went over that scene there a little bit quickly. So that we go back to Kaya's mansion and it's nighttime, everybody's supposed to be asleep, and we see Luffy walking around and he runs into Zoro And Luffy asked Zoro what he's still doing up, and he was like, "Oh, I'm just looking for a drink." And he's like, "What about you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just looking for the kitchen because I'm hungry." And I was like, "That's so Zoro and Luffy, like just them waking up in the middle of the night to grab a drink and something to eat."
Pretty much.
And then Luffy says, "Ask Zoro a question." And if you guys notice, Zoro in the live action, he's carrying three swords, but one of the swords is white. And we don't know what's the whole purpose of that sword until the very next episode. But we got the name drop for Zoro's sword, which is called the Wano Ichimonji. And he said, and Luffy asks, "Oh, so you carry that sword everywhere you go?" And Zoro says, "Well, wherever I go, the Wano Ichimonji goes with me." Which I'm like, okay, cool. That means that they're setting up a backstory for Zoro in a live action, so that's kind of cool. 2 cents, B, or 3 cents, or 4 cents, or 5 cents,
Bro.
6 cents.
Yeah, I I do think that's kind of cool that they already set it up for his, his backstory and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, mm, sorry. Oh my gosh, didn't mean to yawn. But but yeah, them meeting in the kitchen just because they both needed their sustenance of either booze or food.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that they're going to steal it from, well, I don't know, I can't say steal,
Yeah,
but
they
it
was
is
just
it's technically stealing
to an extent,
because they were going to just straight up take it from the kitchen. That's not theirs.
but they got offered to stay the night though. So I guess that's just like her saying, like, okay, you guys are open to my kitchen.
So in their head, that's the all you eat buffet.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So then we also see kind of in the background Nami's just like snooping around and stealing stuff because she's cat burglar Nami. And she sees like a room with a red light in it, and she goes in, and it turns out that's Kaya's room. And I thought this was kind of funny where she was like, where Kaya wakes up and she was like, "Nami, what are you doing here?" And Nami was like, "Oh, I'm trying to find a bathroom." Kaya's like, "With a pillowcase?"
Hmm.
And then
I'm
what is,
sorry. I just see that one picture that's uh to the left on your screen
mm-hmm,
next to the live action actor and the anime actor. It
right here.
says, "Is Zoro's sword okay?"
Yeah, so if you go back and rewatch the scene, you can see the prop bending when Zoro rolls across
Yo,
the
I was like,
floor.
"Oh no,
I was like, "Oh."
not the sword bending!"
You know what's funny though? If you go on Twitter, you can see so many people say One Piece live like One Piece fans. Is this your swordsman? And I was like, bro, I was like, leave us alone. We can't just have one bad thing. That shit turned
No,
obtuse real quick.
right? I'm sorry. I just saw it. It just caught my eye. I was like, "What?"
I was like, why is it so bent?
I was like, "Did his sword break already? It's too early in the series."
So B, I gotta ask a question here. What was
But
more bent, Zoro's sword right here or my paper straw? So before,
your paper straw.
so those guys in the chat, me and B went to Otakon this year, and I got a paper straw, like, cause like they're really trying to take like push the paper straw because paper straws can dissolve in water. And for the longest, I was like, I got a drink, got a paper straw in it, finished the drink, cool. B was like, "Yo, do you want something? Do you want some wine or something?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll take some wine." And as I keep refilling the cup, the straw gets more and more bent out of shape. And him and B and two of our friends are just laughing at me the whole night because of my paper straw. And I'm like, "Nah, I can make this work." Pulled the paper straw out, let it dry for a little bit, and I reshaped it and put it right back in. I was like, "It works."
Nah, because I'm gonna let y'all know first when he before he even pulled it out. Pause. The straw looked like a lightning bolt. It was
No, it
not
didn't.
usable. It was not usable at all. It was bent in two places. The straw could not be used at all.
It can be used. It tastes kind of papery though, but it can still be used.
And he refused to take a plastic straw that I offered.
Nah,
So this is all on him.
no, it's not. It worked.
Nah, nah. And you also had to hold it there with your hand. You had to make sure it stayed shape. It stayed its shape.
It still worked though.
Nah, you were. Let me pause on this. You were sucking on hopes and dreams.
Hold on, this was my face while I was trying. Yeah, this was legit my face the whole time I was trying to drink that straw. It was like, so how many sips you get out of it? Like three. Messing with my straw.
I was like, asked you how it tastes. So you, I'm gonna say it tastes fine. I'm like, it tastes like cardboard, don't it?
No,
Yes.
no,
Uh huh.
no, it did. So then, yep, here's the scene with Kaya in bed. I shouldn't. Well, I'm saying it. I mean, I don't mind saying it. But Kaya in bed, and that's her saying with a pillowcase to Nami.
She looks sickly.
Right? They did a good job with her makeup because if you see her like without it, she actually looks like better. So
Okay.
shout out to that sickly makeup.
So she looks like she on drugs, like them hard drugs.
Right? Well, no, I seen worse. I'll be 100%. I seen worse. Like this is like the starting stages. Like we could still save her. So that's where Nami, well, Kaya compared, like, really says, like, oh, so you guys really are pirates. And Nami, again, is like, I hate pirates. And they're trying to, like, they're really actually having a bonding moment, which I thought was really, like, helping Nami's character a lot. Because, again, like, we'll find out a little later on, so we'll discuss that part later on when we get to those episodes. But I felt like this scene was really, like, showing Nami's characters, like, she's starting to grow as a character on us. 2 cents B.
Yeah, that this is the first time you'll see. Well, not the very first, but it's sort of like the first time she fully like opens up, like be emotional. Like you
Mm-hmm.
see Nami being emotional. So this is the closest you're going to get to her being her true self before, you know,
Everything else.
Luffy and yeah, all of them, Luffy and the crew help her out.
Word. And so we cut back to the kitchen scene with Luffy, Usopp, and Zoro. If you guys can't see Zoro, he's right there in the back. And they're asking Usopp questions. So one of the questions that they asked Usopp was, "Oh, so is Kaya your girlfriend?" And I like the little scene where they switch back between Usopp and Kaya. So like Luffy, Zoro asks Luffy, not Luffy. Zoro asks Usopp, "Oh, she your girlfriend?" And then it cuts to Kaya saying, "What? Me and Usopp? No." But it's like it's one of those scenes where it's like, no, but she looks away and starts twirling her hair. I kind of got that type of vibe from it. What about you, B?
Yeah, I think they basically both of them were just being asked at the exact same time that they were, did they like each other? And they were both like, it's all just, it's all cordial. It's all good. It ain't nothing special there. And obviously, we everyone can see like, okay, so y'all are dating, right?
You're like, no. It felt so high school.
That's what I think it was supposed to be like because they're supposed to be what, like 16, 15 years old.
What was it?
They're supposed to be
Luffy
somewhere.
seven. So Luffy and Usopp are supposed to be 17. It's because this is before the time skip.
Okay.
Zoro is 19 in this one. Nami, I think, is also 18 in this one. Because I know Luffy and Usopp are the same age. Nami's, I believe, is a year older, and Zoro's 2 years older.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it was basically like high school or sort of. finding your first love at the end of high school.
Speaking of which, I just thought of a video I'm gonna do for TikTok real quick. I'm gonna write that down.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, and yeah, I thought that was a pretty nice scene because it's like you're getting some like crew, some like nice little moments with the crews. Like, she's a girlfriend? No. Why would you say that? She's like a friend. Definitely girl next door type vibes.
Yep.
And so, what else is next? So we get more like character development because we already talked about how Kaya and Nami are like having some girl talk. And then of course Zoro's like, Zoro also asking Usopp, yo, you guys got any like drinks or anything or some booze? And that's when Usopp takes him downstairs. So let me go grab that scene real quick.
Right. He said there's wine in the wine cellar.
Yeah, so he's saying there's like wine in a wine cellar. So they go downstairs, and this is where I was like, it gets so like generic in a way, where instead of removing the body that removing Mary's body that Koro killed, like when he kills Mary, he just kind of left it there. And
Which
I'm
is crazy.
right, and I was like, bro, for a guy with 1,000 players, man, you suck.
Like, did you not think that no one else is gonna go down there?
My point. Well, he probably thought everybody was asleep, but still, like,
It don't matter.
you
You
should
got
have still
pirates in your home.
exactly. You should have moved it. So if you guys can't see it, Mary's body's like right here in this area that I'm circling. Usopp finds it, and he's like, "Whoa, Zoro, Mary's dead." And that's when Zoro finally pieces everything together. It's like, "Oh snap, that is Quirrell of the Black Cat Pirates." And that's when Zoro and Koro is about to fight, and Zoro gets smacked in the head by what's his name again?
Chi, something.
It was Sham. He gets
Oh,
smacked in the
damn.
head with Sham, and now and then Luffy, like not Luffy, Usopp runs away. And remember when we opened this up, we opened the episode up with Usopp riding around a village saying pirates are coming. But because he always lied about it since he was a kid that pirates are coming, and that's why I also say make sure you guys pay attention if you guys want to get into the like full on One Piece series. Pay attention to Usopp's lies because this is the first time in the live action that Usopp's lie actually comes true. Where he's going to the village because he just saw one of his best friends dead, one of his new friends dead in a way. But we get to it in a little bit. And he's like, yeah, pirates are coming. Like he's running to the town, Sierra Village, and saying, yelling out, pirates are coming. And nobody's believing him because he's been lying for all those years, but it actually is coming true. And Sham asks Koro, like, yo, should we follow him? And that's when Koro's like, well, no one's going to believe him anyway, so no, don't follow him. And
You
then
don't have to worry about him. No one's gonna believe him.
exactly, so we don't have to worry about him. And so Bucci and Sham takes the bodies and they try to dispose of it. And no lie, I felt more. So we cut right back to Usopp, where none of the villagers are believing him. And I ain't gonna lie, this part kind of hit me in the feels a little bit, where he was like, "How come nobody believes me?" Like he's sad because again he's worried for his best friend slash his girlfriend Kaya is about to get killed.
Right.
He just saw his other best friend Mary is dead. He sees Zoro. He believes Zoro is dead. Spoiler alert: Zoro's not dead because he's one of the main characters. But he believes all three of them are about to die, and he escapes. And no, again, like he runs to the village. Nobody believes him that pirates are here. And he's like, "Why don't nobody believe me?" And we get his little flashback, and then we see a little Usopp, also known as Big Pookie here. Hold on. And this is the part that got me into the feels, right? Because we see Usopp's mom is on her deathbed, like she's dying, and we kind of figure out, like, we get a glimpse on why Usopp always says pirates are coming, and he only says that because, like I said, Yasopp is his father, and we meet Yasopp in the very first episode in episode 2, and the only reason he's saying that is because he was like, one day Dad is gonna come back because he knows that his dad's a pirate. He knows his dad's a pirate. And he knows his dad's on a pirate crew, so that's why he's going around saying like pirates are coming, because he knows that his dad's going to come back eventually, and so
Right.
that's why he's going around saying like pirates are coming. And like Usopp's mom is like, "Hey, I need you to grow up, like quit with these childish games." And like this, she basically kind of said that, right? Like, kind of quit with these childish games. Oh yeah, you can't keep telling people that pirates are coming. That's when Usopp was like, "But they are, because Dad's coming with them, and he'll be home soon. I promise." I'm actually literally reading it as the scene is going. And
Yeah.
his mom is actually like kind of glad that he said that. So scratch what I was about to say. Like, she's not to tell him to grow up. She tells him like, "Well, I'm glad that you kind of have that hope that your dad is going to come back." And she says, "But you do know that even if he doesn't come back, like he wait." Oh yeah, so Usopp says like he will. I know he will. Then you'll start feeling better because his mom is also sick too.
Hmm.
Which I found that kind of like, the girl that he likes and his mother are both sick, but we know that his mom wasn't poisoned in the anime. She came down with sick mother, like anime sick mother disease. Like for
No,
some reason, mothers in anime can never survive.
not for the tragic backstory.
No, definitely not for a tragic backstory.
Yeah.
And so like basically Usopp is like, Kid Usopp's trying to give her hope, like, Dad's coming back and you're gonna feel better and all that. And she says you're right, and then she just dies, which is kind of sad. And that's the part that hits me in the feels, because like, and I think it's just the way how both actors for Usopp did their lines, because I was like, bruh, it's like he's only going around telling a lie to make sure his mom feels better. And then you flash forward, and he's like, "I don't want my friends to die. Why don't nobody believe me?" And I was kind of sad that that happened, because I was like, "Okay, that got me." What about you, B?
Yeah, that was a feels moment.
Your baby boy.
Oh my god. But she like he literally did all he always lied just so that she would feel better. Like her him I okay. When it was told this way, I understood why Usopp did it, but then I also like, okay, did you have to involve the whole town? Did you really have to have the whole town be like, oh my gosh, pirates are coming, so that your mother would feel better thinking that her husband had come back?
Well, can I say this then?
What?
Maybe the reason he had to tell the whole town. Well, no, because that could still fit in with like, he could have just kept that with him and his mother. It's
That's
like,
what I was thinking.
well, I
But
was gonna say like maybe get the whole town involved just to get like excitement for his mother.
I guess so. It, yeah, sure. But to me, I was like, okay, even so, you got the whole town involved. Now everybody knows you as the little liar, and nobody wants to
Right,
deal with you.
right.
Yeah,
But yeah, that shit got me right in the feels. I was like, the little black chubby boy, like the little black chubby boy, is like he lost his mother, man. It's
yeah.
no, go back. Netflix tried to tell me, like, cause I'm also viewing it on my Netflix account, like scene by scene, and
Uh,
it just immediately cut to the like to the next episode.
Huh?
So then, this is the part that I really really like. Let me see if I can break up the scene. So then, I felt like because remember we was talking about how like they did a lot of close up shots on people's faces, but I feel like the one they did for Usopp with him like crying because he's like he's crying because he lost his mother, and it's like the one person like even though she kind of told him like hey you got to stop lying, but like she also still supported him with the lies too, which I was like that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is true.
And then this scene here is like you see Usopp crying, and I was like, dang. Like after they showed that scene, I was like, come on, you gotta make my boy like that. Like he actually looks sad. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to jump through the screen. I was just like, it's okay, my boy, it's okay.
Oh
I
my
think you
gosh.
become the great warrior of the sea. He's like, how you know? I read your manga. It's like manga. So then he asks like, why don't nobody believe me? He's like, the pirates are actually here this time, which in this case, B, I'm gonna ask you this question: if you're a member in Sierra Village, right, and it's like, yeah, you see Usopp running around constantly every day saying pirates are coming for the past 7 years, and then but this particular time, if you like, would you actually like kind of believe him because he actually seemed kind of serious about it, or would you kind of like still be like, why this kid still lying?
You know what? I would. It depends because I actually I thought about it carefully at this point in moment. He said pirates are coming once a day, every day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it all in daytime?
Yes. You know what's crazy? I was actually just thinking that too. And you're
Like
actually
this
saying
time,
what I'm thinking. That's dope.
yeah, this time it's nighttime, and he's saying pirates are coming. This is the very first time he's ever said it at night. This would be a serious situation because if pirates are coming right now, we are screwed, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think at this point, this is where I would, even if I didn't take them full on seriously,
Mm-hmm.
I would at least be the one to go to whatever lookout or whatever. I would listen to what he has to say, and then I would decide whether or
Mm-hmm.
not pirates are coming or not. Because if this was still the anime, I would go. I would look. I would go to the lookout and look for the. I look for the pirate ship. You know,
Yeah.
but they
Oh.
came. But in the anime, it was during the day. But you get my point, though. Like if it mixed the anime with the live action
Mm-hmm.
and the pirates came at nighttime,
Mm-hmm.
I would believe this kid, or at
Exactly.
least I would at least like, all right, I need to check out what he's saying because I don't trust it. It's nighttime. I don't trust that.
So maybe I could throw a little something extra on this too, because I actually went back and looked at the scene where he's running through the village at nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't say pirates are coming. He says there really are pirates. The pirates are here. So he's actually saying the pirates are here. He's not saying the pirates are coming. So I think so. With me, I agree with you. I will actually help him because I'm actually going to listen to what he's actually saying. And I was like, because I like for me personally, I was like, oh, he's probably lying again. But I will also think, but I'll also like in a quick glimpse, like how you said, hold on, he usually says this during the day, but now he's saying this at nighttime. And then I will actually like kind of sit there and listen to what he's actually saying, and he's actually saying the pirates are here.
Yeah, exactly.
So then, even though for me personally, I'd be like, well, let me actually go instead of like trying to shut him off. I was still kind of going with some hesitation of he might be lying, but I would actually like hear him out this time.
Yeah,
So I thought that was actually pretty dope. Like they actually really said, okay, if you really pay attention to his lines now, he's saying like the pirates are here.
yeah, exactly. I would at least hear him out
Mm-hmm.
because it's a change of circumstances.
And then finally, last season, well, no, last scene of this episode, Goldie shows up also known as Kobe, who's the GOAT, he shows up and he says the coldest line, in my opinion. He literally says, I believe you. After Usopp says, oh, how come nobody believes me? Goldie shows up and says, I believe you. And I think that really shows Kobe's initiative to actually help everybody out, hear everybody out. Even if he really thinks he can't do much, he's willing to risk it.
Yeah, that seems like the type of person he's going to be or end up being. Or he's the ideal
Marine.
version. Yeah, the ideal version of a Marine.
Yep. That especially when he hits people with that honesty impact. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
y'all, that was episode 3 of One Piece. Tails, no tails. And B, do you have any extra like follow up behind this? What would you rank this episode? I would say out of 10 for me, I would give it probably a 7.9, close to an 8.
Uh, I would give it because like we said, we had our issue. I had my issues with it.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Like just because
give it
my biggest issue is just Mary dying versus surviving.
that's yeah, that's my issue, along with the issue of a lot of other followers of all other watchers. No Usopp pirates, or at least not even not like one child that he like who was following him
Mm-hmm.
to to look up to him. If they just put one, I've been okay with it. So I want to say 7.5.
7.5. All right, so
Yeah,
7.5,
7.5.
8.5. All right, people, guys in the chat, people in the comment section, what would you guys give this episode? Would you guys give it? B gives it a 7. I give it a 7.8, 7.9. What would you guys give it? Make sure you guys say it. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you also follow B's, in which I'm gonna post in the description down below all his channel information too. And stay safe, stay cool, stay chilly, man. Peace.